Welcome to Reaper Life, episode 17. In this episode, we do the Lord of Stone in the 12 on Reaper 8 Skulls, and we are level 17. Today, with me, I have Littlemama. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Ginger. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
So, I want to mention first to all the viewers, because there's been a lot of turmoil in the community, I want you all to know that the whole Reaper Life crew is still here. All of the High Lords are still here, so not to worry there. I wanted to have Littlemama back for another intro because, well, she was the youngling of the group, starting with next to nothing in terms of past lives and Reaper points, and I really wanted her to speak again to that. Oh, somebody just teleported in. That's funny. I didn't realize that's where they teleported into. So
Yeah.
I really wanted Littlemama you to speak to again, that part of being a part of the Reaper Life crew. And we have a friend who we're real close with that raids with us all the time, and I was just talking to him last week about how like he doesn't even like Reaper mode. I guess he tried it and didn't like it, and it's tough to get started until you get those first 10 15 Reaper points, and that starts to make a big difference. And I know we were talking before the intro that you said that you at this point in the series you were starting to feel a difference, and then now in the next life you feel a big difference having started with 13 Reaper points instead of 2. So can you say a little bit about your experience in gaining Reaper points, and again with starting with next to nothing and doing these higher skull quests?
Yes, it was quite the experience, and I really, really enjoyed it. Starting off, I did have a little bit of hesitancy, thinking, again, oh, I'm really not strong enough. I didn't think I would do as well in the beginning, but I really tried hard. I kind of compared myself to um, starting off solo as a new player and thinking, this is a challenge, but I'm really ready to try. And I joined the group because I wanted to represent the newer players or players who weren't quite sure they would be able to like doing Reaper. I think being in a good group of guildies, you have that fun element if you wish it to be so. And of course, Nimvin provided a lot of really nice humor to help take away some of that stress for me personally, because I kind of would think sometimes, oh gosh, I feel a little overwhelmed. But you guys kind of all, and Murata, guys and gals, made me feel that confidence to be able to do it all.
You were part
But
of the team.
also, yeah, and I really appreciated being part of that. I think too, if I was to try some of that solo, I would have been discouraged and would have said to myself, "Screw this, I'm out of here. This is too much for me." So finding a good group and people like yourselves who have that little extra experience help me understand some of the elements that I didn't understand.
This is a fun and funny episode. Nimvin's definitely, uh, well, hamming it up like he always does. But you guys didn't know I was recording in this one. However, I think some of you might have been clued in at the start because I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I accidentally started live streaming, like just for a second. I meant to hit start recording, and I hit start streaming because the buttons are right next to each other in the program I use, and I knew that I eventually would do that. So I think I was trying to cover my tracks, but I think you guys were clued in on the fact that you were being recorded. But it's still a really, really good episode. I think a really good candid episode. We last week we were running a raid, and you were, I think it was the Raid Fest. It was one of our public events that we do on Sarlona, and I think you were part of the first 2 raids, and then you left when we were doing the final raid of the evening. And in the group was a fan, a viewer of the series. And right after you left, he said, Littlemama is my hero for being a part of that Reaper Life crew and running these high skull quests and starting with like almost nothing in terms of Reaper points and past lives. And so, I think that's really admirable too. I think that's awesome. And hopefully, we wanted this whole series to not only encourage people to try higher skull difficulties, but also encourage people to get into Reaper mode. And you just dove right into, doing these R7s, R8s, R9s starting with, next to nothing. And it's so awesome. And we were talking before this, there's another person porting in, how, there's a viewer, Wyvern Jack, and thank you so much for putting the death counts together. And that's been a fun part of the series too. For those of you who haven't looked at the comments, there's somebody putting all the death counts for each episode together and then the totals. And if somebody had asked me at the outset how your deaths would be compared to everybody else, like you have the most deaths, but it's totally within the realm of reason. And at the outset, I would have, if I had to guess at the outset, I would have thought the percentage compared to everybody else would have been much higher. So you held your own, I think, remarkably well, considering what you were starting with compared to everybody else.
Oh, I appreciate the feedback. Thank you, and thanks everyone for the feedback. I kind of expected me to die a little more, but as I was gaining the Reaper points and placing them in, I noticed I was getting a lot stronger, and that helped build a little more confidence for myself too. So I think everyone kind of needs to have that feeling that you're going to get stronger. So give it a try. You do learn along the way, and I think having a good group to run with also makes a big difference.
I think you can get a lot more mileage, and it's probably more efficient too in terms of being survivable in Reaper mode just by running Reaper and building up those Reaper points than you can from past lives. I mean, you can build up, 10, 15 Reaper points in a life or two, and that is, in 2 lives, you can be so much more survivable than as opposed to if you built up all your divine past lives to get the extra hit points from there. It's quicker to build up your survivability by getting Reaper points than it is from past lives. I'm not saying you should not get past lives. I'm just saying that I'm trying to echo your sentiment that building up Reaper points is huge in terms of survivability.
Yes, absolutely. I'm on the life I did just immediately after our Reaper series. I'm at level 14 right now, and I have 15 Reaper points. It has made a huge difference.
So I know you've been following the series and following the comments. So what do you think of the series so far? I mean, here we are. We have a couple episodes left after this one. What do you think of it so far?
Oh, I love it. I miss it. I'd love to do it again. And reviewing and watching some of our question episodes, it kind of helps me look back and think, okay, this was a spot here when I was thinking, oh gee, but I'm part of the deaths too. Is I'm kind of like the poster child for Curiosity Killed the Cat, because I always want to look closer at the dragons because I really appreciate the design. But looking back at them, I've learned from viewing it myself.
That's awesome, and as I have gone back and edited them and watched them again, I see certain things, and I try to make my videos I tried to make them educational in the sense that I want people to learn from what's happening, whether that's I'm narrating a quest and here's how you do it, or like during Reaper Life, sometimes off mic you guys don't hear me, I'll talk about what's happening, and so that's happening here, and I mention a couple of things that Syax does where I feel are mistakes, and that's probably gonna really irritate him when he watches this video, but that's okay because I want people to see, to be able to look at this video and go, okay, here's something that could be done different, or here's something not to do, and to be able to to learn from our experiences and apply that to what they're doing. And so you've said you've learned a lot going back and watching the videos. Can you speak to anything specific?
Yeah, I've learned from each and every one of you during the whole series on the fly. So I think having a diverse group, such as we had, me being the little youngling, playing with much more experienced players, I almost felt a little, not intimidated, but I guess the greenhorn, trying to learn all this. But I think that's part of the game, is playing with that diverse group. I mean, we had the archer, the healers, the rangers, the druid, and each of us had that different aspect to fill. And I think that was marvelous.
We did have a pretty well-rounded group, but it's certainly, I don't think that it was an ideal makeup, but it was a nice, well-rounded. We filled in a lot of gaps, but you can use a druid as a tank if you want to, or you don't have to necessarily have the perfect party makeup to be successful in Reaper mode and to do these higher skulls, which I think we've shown, and I've been encouraged that by the fact that since we started Reaper Life up to this point, like, I'm seeing so many more like mid and higher skull LFMs now. Like when we were doing Reaper Life, it was just like people were posting 1s and 2s, and now we're starting to see 4s, 5s, and 6 LFM, 4, 5, and 6 skull LFMs posted, which has been really awesome. And I'm by no means taking credit. I'm not trying to say Reaper Life has made that happen, but it's encouraging for me as a part of the community to see that. And I know that some of the viewers have been encouraged to run higher skull because of what they're seeing here. Do you have any final... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's what the Reaper mode brings, is that group dynamic back that was missing for a while.
Before we end the intro, is there any final words you have about anything Reaper Life?
If you are kind of like a youngling like I was when I started, I'm hoping that I've grown since this series, and I think I have. Do give it a try. I mean, don't get really discouraged and think, oh, this is like, forget this. Go in Reaper 1 and give it a try.
And don't try to solo it for your first time, because that can be a discouraging experience.
Yeah, I've been there. But you find some people to run with, and you have fun.
It gets remarkably easier to do these Reaper quests when you have a group. Nimvin and I tried to go into, there's just R4. It was one of the new ones from update 36, and we did in Reaper Life, we did it on R6, and we were blowing through those on R6, but that was the full crew. And Nimvin and I tried to do it with just the two of us on R4, and it was, it was too much for us. We decided after the first fight to recall out and do it on R3, which was just the two of us. So point is, with a bigger group makes a big difference. Well, Littlemama, thank you so much for being a part of this intro, and we're going to get on to episode 17, R8, Lord of Stone. We're literally down to the last couple, 2 or 3 nights, guys, of this whole project.
Yeah, I was just telling Jimmy, he's like, we're probably going to do, we have our 17th video or 18th video, and I don't know if we're doing a 19.
Yeah, I want to do
I usually don't take
a 17, 18, and 19 video. I haven't picked out anything for them yet.
By the way, is the mic sounding any better? I put the fan on the floor.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, big difference.
Right inside. Yeah, I usually never take 19. I didn't know if we were doing 19 or not.
I never take 19.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be taking 19 for this series. at some point or another.
My phone says you're live streaming.
I am not live streaming. I don't know why it would say that.
For some reason, I got a notification for Desire in the Dark.
I'm gonna look at something. Accidentally hit start streaming instead of start recording, so I really don't want to give away to these guys that I'm recording this, but freaking OBS, the start streaming button is right next to the start recording button. It's just really easy to hit one by mistake instead of the other. And I knew it eventually I would do that. It didn't take me very long. I just started using OBS to start recording videos. Yeah, I don't know why it said that. I'm just looking right now. I'm definitely not live streaming.
Okay. Whatever you say, Jimmy.
Trying to cover my tracks there. I don't know if they bought it.
Oh, I fell. Wasn't ready.
I think gargoyles are affected by earthquake. A lot of stone creatures aren't.
He's hiding because he just found out I spit hot fire.
So we did this on R7 last life, and we said it was easy with 5 of us, and it was everybody in this group except for Mama, so we're doing R8 this life. No optionals, please.
No Jim?
I don't want to go out of our way for them.
They're right on the way.
Yeah, they're kind of on the way.
Like we step on them.
I just don't want to go into like the rooms with the dwarves and stuff like that. Can't intimidate a golem, but you can intimidate. Ooh, nice save. You can't intimidate gargoyles.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to take that much damage so soon.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I don't think any of those were chance even. I'm gonna go south here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought we weren't doing optionals, Ginger.
Me?
You.
There's a scene like that in the movie Eat, Pray, Love.
Tacos.
America.
You.
America. Oh shit! I was just picking your name.
Yeah. Solar cruelty. I need some heals. He's gonna eat me.
Damn, that champion is bomb. Like this
Yeah,
guy.
he is. Bring that stuff over here.
Sorry, Jimmy.
knocked me down and targeted.
Yeah, freedom.
Stoned him.
Other stone.
And he's blinded.
I would heal you with my aura, but I ain't standing there no champion that can one-shot Syax. Just two hits to get from me. You were just slowing the heal. Too busy talking about tacos. Tacos are really distracting. That's why I was such a weird president. Eating tacos.
Meister's been entertaining us with his George Bush impressions. I'm not sure why exactly. He keeps talking about tacos, and I'm not sure if like George Bush liked tacos or if it's just part of his Meister's routine because he thinks it's funny.
Don't talk about Jimmy that way.
I do the collectible on the wall here. Yep.
Shit.
Well, we can intimidate him because he's not a golem. I was about to examine him to see what he was. But yeah.
Giant.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably a giant. See if you can hurl this dude. Nice. I'll pass out buffs and then I'll rest.
Yeah, I guess I'll use it.
Oh shit, is this a use it or lose it? No. Oh, cool.
No,
but
but there are shrines. There's plenty of shrines in here though.
I'm just getting Fuselads back.
I'm gonna try. I thought it was at the bottom. I jumped down.
I think the next one's at the bottom.
Me too.
Ran right by it.
I can go for a little bit more fights before I shrine.
Thank you.
Hey Ginger, is your video editor free? Because I'm having a hard time finding a free video editor for Windows 7.
I use Windows Media Maker. Windows Movie Maker, sorry. Which, yeah, should be on Windows already. If it's not, you can download it for free on Microsoft's website. But that should be bundled with Windows 7, I believe. There's a remnant.
Another one.
Too early.
Watch out, Hero Soul, she's gonna hurt.
Stone to Medusa. I have to say there's some personal satisfaction there.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to fall in my earthquake though.
Stoned again. Beautiful.
God, I need that fucking cloak. Gotta farm it out when I get legendary.
Off timer.
Carney.
Carney.
Ah, Family Reaper. I see him back there. So he hit me with magic missile. It's so sad. I don't want this to end.
You know, we're still all gonna be.
We're all gonna be PRing, RRing, and
We should have like a Breakfast Club moment. Like, we're still gonna all be friends after this, right? You want the truth? I don't think so. You are a bitch.
you'll still say hello to me, won't you?
Why? I'm a bitch for telling the truth. No, you're a bitch because you don't have balls to be friends with who you want to be. I'm butchering it. I used to know it all. I'm totally butchering it, but I got the sentiment. Just, don't you forget about me, okay?
Well, I kinda.
Who the fuck are
Kinda
you?
on the same guild. So much damage.
Also,
You were trying to goad me into getting me to do my friend's impression of what's his face. Oh man,
Yes, that's what I
Walken,
was trying
Christopher-
to do.
Christopher
That one thing
Walken.
that neither of us remember. Oh, Christopher yeah, do it.
I can't. But oh man, I used to love when my you know, my pen and paper. One of the guys in my pen and paper group used to do Christopher Walken impression. I'm a sucker for a Christopher Walken impression. He'd get hit and he'd be like, wow. Wowie, wow, wow. 20 points of damage.
That's great.
Dude, I'd be like, do your Christopher Walken impression.
Famine Reaper. Oh.
Already walked in.
Wow. That famine that famine reaper was dynamite.
Do Christopher Walken eating a taco?
I can't do Walken. I wish I could, dude. If I could do Christopher Walken, I would fucking do him all the time. I'd be like your George Bush.
My George Bush is horrible.
But it's funny, you know? Like, you really get into it, and that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
Famine.
Christopher Walken, pass me a taco.
I'm a taco from the hill.
Stone
Oh yeah, it's
champ.
plants.
You wanted to pull the scorpions from across the map.
From all the way to China.
Now the rest of us have to deal with them. Lost soul.
I didn't pull.
2 of them. Yeah, I watched you pull them.
I'm shooting the ox for me. But whatever.
I watched you pull them from way over there in the west. We're gonna go south here, guys. We don't need to go to the west.
I ran out of masses. Shit, more scorpions, guys. From behind.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Reaper, fear. Noise. You haven't used that last shrine yet, have you, Meister?
No, it's just so far back though.
Do you want Detour?
I think we got a shrine after this
Then I have to
fight.
run.
You can just scroll heal if you need to for this fight.
Shit.
Is this guy already dead? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Noise.
Why didn't my burst get you?
This is the one that has the shrine where you drop down. We got mobs like just to the west of the shrine too, so be careful. We could probably kill them. Couple Styxians.
Oh,
Stay-
here's a shrine.
Let's take care of these mobs first. And an
If I
arboreal.
was an Earth domain, I could turn all this.
When's that stuff supposed to come out, you know?
What stuff?
Cleric domains.
The domains. I don't know if it's coming out before or at the same time as the favorite soul thing. Probably around right before. It should be actually after the expansion, because he says between when he talked about stuff this morning, he said between U36 and the expansion. So there's nothing between now and the expansion.
There might be a update 37, I'm not really sure.
Well, he didn't mention it. He made it sound like there's nothing between now and the Raven up.
Sax, you have fans in guild chat.
Yeah, so.
You're gonna have to do interviews with Guildy Syax.
You gotta have that shit.
I know you don't.
Just do it in the middle of a quest, then you'll be getting
Remnant.
XP.
2 remnants.
But tell him Ginger ain't easy to do more of it.
Do more of what?
That should be your. That should be your
Science
series
interview?
between now and Asimar is like Q&A with Ginger. You just interview random people like Syax and shit. Wait, we need to gather for fucking masses. Shake her asses.
Mass
I was
fucking.
wondering where the buffs are.
Syax just can't stop himself from pulling mobs over. It's unreal.
And there's a lost soul for you once you get done buffing.
He has a sickness. I've seen it before. There's no cure. We can go east here.
Canadian East?
British East.
Already down there in a fear.
Cambodian East.
Carney's dead.
Ow.
The fear is not. The fear is real.
I spit half my ass.
Maybe that could be our trailer for Reaper Life Season 2. The fear is real. The famine is coming. The plague will claim you.
Reaper, fear
The
me.
carnage never
Carnage
stops.
will be unimaginable.
Up, Tammy.
The carny will serve you a corn dog.
Read them and read.
Oh shit.
Holy crap.
Crap.
I tear you up.
6 guildies. 1 life. Endless dick dancing.
Eyes dynamite.
1,000 George Bush impressions.
So after 6 goodies, you should like do a little like fade cut audio clip of us going, "Hi, Lord."
Who fingered him?
Alright.
Watch out for the floating club.
The what? Oh,
Oh,
Remnant.
There's a collectible over here in the west.
collectible. Sparkly.
There's a champ eye to the left.
a famine.
Famine.
Oh. I just got evil eyed.
Ginger.
He gave me the evil eye. I saw it happen too. Like I watched that little bolt of force just BAM!
Oh shit.
Oh,
Kill that famine before it kills our cleric.
Our famine is down.
There's an evil eye.
He's a champ.
giving you the evil eye.
Evil eyes down.
That's what was fucking them up.
Ready for race?
10 seconds.
Thank you.
Good to go.
See, this is bad play right here. See, Syax can't help himself but pull mobs.
Thank you.
While we got 2 dead people who need to get raised and buffed up. That's impatience. See, what he needs to be doing is help getting people raised right now and help heal people.
What the actual fuck?
Instead, he's pulling mobs, champions that are bombarding the party while we're trying to still get, back up and stuff.
I talked to my dad a little bit this morning, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, I have a little saying now in Reaper Life."
It's
He's
frustrating.
like, "I still think vocal don't care is the best one."
Don't.
Noise. Nice hurl.
Off timer.
See, he's running ahead. We got someone dead. He can't help himself. He has the Zerg sickness. Zerging and Reapers will get you dead. At least if you're doing 8
Carney.
skulls. Carney. Thank you for the heal. Famine.
Famine ahead.
Got another Reaper. Fear beyond that. last mini boss fight. It's our last taco. Anybody need a fresh freedom?
Now, the first time we did this quest, we came up here and killed these two guys first. But the last 2 times we've done it, we haven't done that.
I'm good with that. I just forget about these guys. This is a quest that I maybe do once per life. I don't know it that well. Well, it's definitely easier than other quests of its level range.
Remnant.
You know, we don't do anything else at this level range on R8. Right, at this level, I should say, not just this level range. Is it the wrong elemental form?
Alright, do it.
I'm gonna grab this lost soul. Did you just insta-kill her?
Remnant.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I don't know why I guess I'm getting lucky. I've been missing their fortitude saves.
Lost soul.
Chest. Ooh, I'm dotted. Not anymore. What could be more unexpected than more of the same? I love that
There's
line.
a shrine.
I still like the idea of me getting chased by a pig reaper Scooby-Doo style.
Oh, I love it, dude. I'm gonna have that play during the end credits.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, freaking Orloffs now they don't. I guess their aura's been buffing enemies and NPCs, and they made it so they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I think that bug was around before too at one point.
Yeah, this hotfix they did fix a little that, and something about the core for Arcane Archer Shadow thing.
Update 36 patch 1 just hit today.
Oh, masses. Wait,
Shake your asses.
I already did them.
Yeah.
Alright, then moving out.
Didn't
No, I don't think you did. Gather on this
I?
mushroom.
Then why do I have spell resist on?
Oh, yeah, I do have spell resist.
I casted it
I'm-
from my scroll.
This the
I
range
have
tunes
no-
are running
Oh.
ahead.
Scroll.
The hell's going on here?
You tricked me. Okay, gather from masses.
Too late.
Gather on.
We tried to tell you 2 times.
Remnant.
Well, I don't think
Law's
anything
death
casts
warded.
insta death or anything and commands it in here, so.
Got a little necklace that I can switch to if
I
I want to
mastered
throw a quick
really
finger. Gives me +4 to the
good.
save. It's kind of awkward to do that, but I do like wearing my torque full time. But I got it hotkeyed so I can switch to that necklace, switch to the torque real quick. Okay, stop pulling mobs for 10 seconds so we can get masses, please.
Ow.
And he can't. Look, he's still fucking firing. Unreal. So I actually truly have a sickness. I'm not talking about just that you're sick of me. I'm talking about, well, you know. Somebody else got the sockets. Reaper.
Reaper.
Fear. That was dirty. Oh my
Holy
god.
crap.
Tons
1,
more.
2, 3,
Holy shit.
4,
Drag him back,
5,
drag him back.
6 Reapers.
Ah,
I've never
look
seen
at that
6
kid.
Reapers before. Holy shit.
We're gonna have to
Where are you, Ginger? I
get the
can't hear
fears,
you.
guys. We can't deal with all these dots. Get the fears. We got 4 fear reapers. I'm gonna just try. Oh
Right.
shit.
Holy
Just trying
shit.
to kite around the carnies.
I think there's another one.
Yeah. It's the never-ending reaper
What,
room.
7 of them?
I think we had 7 reapers. Yeah.
7.
That is ridiculous. There should be no
One fear
scenario
down.
in which that happens. There's 2 plagues, a
Let me
fear, and a
quick.
carny.
Never mind.
I'm trying. Oh. Damn, Carney got me while I was hitting on the fear.
Plague's gonna get you, Meister.
Get the fear. I can fly.
Can you spit hot fire?
Not right now.
Wow. I think that's the most
I
we've
wish-
had all at once.
I wish
isn't
that
it?
could. Yeah, I've never seen that many reapers at one time. That is fucking crazy.
Was that
I
just
think I got all the
mob
fears down.
transformed into a reaper?
I mean, it was glorious. Don't get me wrong.
They were all reapers.
Wow.
That is fucking
That was
ridiculous.
Still have my ricochet back.
I'll go ahead and gibbers up. Away from these guys.
Are the fear ones gone? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think I got all
2
of them.
plagues, 1 Carney.
Okay,
There's
Mama,
one
come
in
over.
the
Pigs
other
are parked
room.
next to me.
Come over here by me, Mama. Ina, come on in. Over to me. Don't take it in there. No, Mama, what are you doing?
Oh shit.
Don't
what,
aggro that
where?
shit. Get away from that room.
Get
I
away
got
from the head,
confused. Shit.
Nothing's moving.
Thank you.
The plagues are right next to me. They're like, keep an eye on this guy.
Meister, come on in. I'm gonna die again here in 10 seconds. $20 seconds to raise. That was insane.
It makes sense though, because there's a lot of mobs that are in that room.
Four of them were fears, weren't they?
Alright guys, I think we have 3 Reapers left that are all like below half, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Carney's at half, Plague's at like 10%. Other Plague's at a third. Lost Soul back here. This guy has some of my favorite dialogue in the game.
We were the last to die. Oh yeah, you were the last. But...
Just last.
Woo! I'm dotted.
Add that to my list.
No, you're the cleric. That is your problem.
She does have a point.
I'm a melee cleric. And I spit hot fire. I'm a spit hot fire cleric. I don't heal, I just spit hot fire.
Lost Soul. Let's make sure we focus on that Medusa next. See if I can stand up to this jerk. Ooh, lag. The AoEs. Killing my frame rate.
Nice flag.
Yeah. I think that might be courtesy of my AoEs. I'm not sure. Great job, guys.
We did it.
See somebody got the croquet mallet. Oh wow, usually I feel like I see one or two a run. Nobody got it. Sax, you have the croquet mallet, right? Can you link it real quick?
Insta-kills
I want
Earth,
to
at least.
look at something on it. I want to see which type of creatures are listed. This is the... That was a big lie. I just wanted to show it for the video. So this is the item that comes from this quest, and it's great for, like... It's the rock shattering, you know, for, like, earth elementals and... You know, any, I think just pretty much any stone creatures, gargoyles, it's just like you have a chance of insta-killing them. It's basically Vorpal for rock-based creatures. Totally awesome. It's a relatively common drop here. Like I said, I usually, in a full group, usually see one or two drop in a full group. So
Have you ever seen one with a
thanks
mythic
for watching
reaper?
our level 17 video.
I mean, unfortunately, if you look at the kill count, the misadventure are the ones from the mallet. It doesn't actually count.
46 minutes.
But I mean, it works very
17
nice.
kills.
Well, let me rephrase that. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you come in here
Okay.
and it doesn't kill a damn thing.
Well,
So
yeah, you
thinking
have
of
to
pulling
vorpal
one and-
fish.
Pulling one and putting it on Little Mama.